Howdy y'all, and welcome to another World of What Ifs. This week we're going to be talking about a what if scenario if Shizuru Kuwabara, if she had went with her brother Kazuma to Genkai's the very first time and participated in the Genkai tournament. Alright, let's get started. Kazuma would have probably met up with Yusuke just like in the original. Shizuru would be there as well, and obviously she would have passed the initial elimination rounds. And she would have probably fared pretty well in the second set, excelling in the same areas as her brother, and potentially doing even a little better than him on some of them. Now comes the race to the woods. Shizuru, being the overprotective big sis, would make them follow her, having the highest spiritual awareness of all three, making Yusuke not late, and thus knocking out one of the other competitors. I'm not sure which, because we're not shown who showed up before Yusuke. Probably either Chimpo or potentially the assassin. We're going to go with the assassin for the moment. I think his name was Kuroda, leaving Shizuru's first opponent, if all lots fall the same, being Kazumaru, the ninja. Now here's where things get a little interesting. I personally believe she would awaken in this fight, much like her brother did in his fight with Musashi, only without the use of a focusing tool, for the simple reason that she has naturally higher spiritual awareness. This would also help in her fight, as she would be able to predict when he's going to try to use his spirit cannon. Now I'm not sure what her weapon would be when it materialized. Possibly some kind of gauntlets or a sword like her brother's, but that topic's debatable. Moving on with the fight. I believe she would fight Kazumaru to either a draw or win. I don't believe he could beat her in the dark, having her spiritual awareness naturally higher than his, on top of the fact that she has been shown even without spiritual energy to be able to beat up D-level demons such as the Bouncer at the Dark Tournament, which was hilarious. But Kazumaru's no slouch, so we'll call it a draw, saying he injured her enough to where she dropped out of the tournament, leaving the rest of the Genkai tournament to play out pretty much the same, for the exception of Yusuke having to fight one less battle. Moving on to the Saint Beast arc. She probably would have had a bigger role in this than she did in the original, considering she had none in the original. She probably would have helped Botan keep the bug population in check while protecting Keiko from the assailants that are after her, making Yusuke have less stress and being able to focus on the fight a lot better. Moving on to the Rescue Yukina arc. While she would have played a bigger role than she did in the original, I don't believe she would have made that big of an impact in this arc, being the fact that the opponents were simply outclassing her. She probably would have hung back to protect Botan during the fight with the Goro brothers. Alright, now on to the Dark Tournament. While her role probably wouldn't change up until the final round, she probably would have stepped in as the replacement for Genkai instead of Kawinma, possibly leading to a fight between her and Sakio, as she would not take the dumb bet that Kawinma took, saying if he wanted Togoro and Yusuke to be the finale, that they should have their fight right now. Shizuru easily overpowers Sakio, but not before giving him quite a bit of piece of her mind, and getting some interesting character development for both, leaving Togoro and Yusuke to have their fight with the same result. Moving on to the Chapter Black arc, the only difference I believe would happen here is the fact of her and Keiko being at the cave entrance when everything goes down. And that's pretty much it. With that said, what do you guys think? Do you agree? Disagree? How do you think it would have turned out if Shizuru had awakened to her powers? Be sure to let me know in the comment section below, as well as smash that subscribe button, and let me know what if would you like to hear. And with that, have a nice day.